What's up, guys? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday. It's Thursday. I knew it started with a T. Anyway, good to be back, everybody. Not a lot of crazy price action since the last stream, but it's time to get back up to date. We're going to start by looking into what's going on in the economic world, maybe what we could see into Friday's close tomorrow in the week ahead. So get comfortable, grab a brew, roll up, smash the likes and subscribes, get hype, engage with the stream, chat, vote in the polls, share. You guys know what to do. Today I have a $233,000 position open, and I think this is the peak of my degeneracy. We're going to look into that in just a little bit after we get our compasses aligned here. Man, I'm falling into this degen stuff, and it's not a terrible time. So looking at the markets broadly, the dollar did open strong on markets today. We saw stocks, US 30, US 500, Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, all taking little hits, but relatively unchanged this morning. And into the day, we may see, well, hopefully not further dollar strength, but it might just happen. Looking ahead in 2 weeks, 6 days, we will be live for Chirp. FOMC meeting and interest rate hike. Markets are really getting buzzed on this. There's a lot of, it's almost like a, I don't know, cable television drama. People are just constantly talking about these interest rate hikes, their terminal rate, etc. And we have a little bit more news on there. I believe there was some president in the FOMC that commented on a 6% terminal rate. It was around 5 and change, I believe, earlier. That's not a huge change, but that does suggest maybe more interest rate hikes in the future. Looking at our Fed rate tool monitor, we look at this a lot because I think it's really telling. At the beginning, or I'll say at the end of February, the entire market was looking for 25 BPS there in March, and that sentiment has changed through dovish speeches and talk from the Fed. We are now seeing our 25 BPS probability dropping from 70 to 65%. That is definitely telling of the market and what they're looking for in 2 weeks. The 50 BPS hike probability went from essentially 0 to now all the way to 34%. What we're seeing is a steady increase in confidence in a higher BPS rate hike coming in March. Not so great for markets, great for the dollar, maybe, but not so great for everyone's assets. That's going to be a hella spicy stream. I can't wait for that one. Make sure you guys tune in. Bitcoin in the top. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum down about 2%, BNB following suit, XRP, OKB, Cardano, the largest loser here, it looks like in the top 10 with minus 4%. Dogecoin coming in at minus 2.6 and Polygon minus 3.5. Solana down 4, Polkadot down 4. Pretty red day. It's weird because it seemed like every stream we start that way, right? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I need to stream 2 days in a row or take a day off because it seems like we're out of sync with the cycle. Let's look at the biggest gainers and losers. Rally, 88% in the last 24 hours. New Cipher, 43. Chain X, Alchemy, Perpetual Protocol. This one I don't know, but I continuously see it here. It seems to be in the top gainers or top losers every day. Maybe that's the epitome of an S coin. I don't know. Keep Network, New Net, DeFi Kingdoms, DeSo, the first one I recognize here, up 9% today. DeSo is a social platform. I made an account a long time ago. If you want to follow me at DeSo, it's just at tomcrown. Up 9.2%. Biggest losers, Paragon, Dow, 33%. DBI, we looked at this last stream. We're probably going to have to look at it again. Down 26% today. While I don't really know what this is, and I'm sure it's an S coin comparable to any you can find, I love the name. Don't buy Inu. It's just, that's meme worthy, man. Gamium, Quan, Timeless, down. I don't recognize any of these. If you guys in chat do, let me know. What's up, Fuzzy Pants, Josh Bryan, Jonah Plainclothes, Dave Digital, Pishta, Josh Breen, Benny Mortiza, good to see you guys. Keep hyping the likes, keep hyping the subscribes. The more engagement we get, the more YouTube shows this stream to new eyes. And that is how we grow. Looking at our max pains here. Most recent expiration, looking for 23.5. Heading into March, we're seeing a steady 23.5, Again, March 10th, right before the IDES, we see a higher max pain price, meaning more of these future contracts, options, whatever, are looking for lower numbers, and the higher numbers that they're looking for are coming down. While that's counterintuitive to say that that's bullish, it typically is. It typically is. March, as we get into March, 23K is looking pretty flat, down to 21 at the end of the year, or end of the month. Very low target for these max pains on the end of March. That'd be a terrible close. Into April, we see 24, May 24, June 20, and really past that doesn't matter much. Not a lot of changes there, but definitely spicy to look at. Looking at future, funding, leverage platform funding rates, we see a little bit more aggressive than I would have liked. Those funding rates coming in over the 0.01% neutral funding rate. This is showing that longs are getting a little ahead of themselves here, and this is likely to put downside pressure on the market. So I'm not loving what I'm seeing there. Would have loved to see this be green, especially as we're kind of reaching these lows. Now, I do have a huge announcement for everyone. As of right now, we have a new sponsor. That is right. We have a new exchange sponsor. Fairdesk.com. They're out of Singapore. They've passed all the vetting. They have all the licenses, registrations, etc. that we need. As we do with every new sponsor, guys, please use my link to sign up. It's a great copy trading platform. I have my huge trade open there. Let me see where this button is. Sign up there using my link. It supports the channel for free. However, we say this every time because this is what our channel is about. This is a centralized exchange like Bybit, like all the other ones. There is always risk associated. Please know your risks when you're putting assets on them, trading, etc. Don't be stupid. I am very, very, very picky with who I allow to sponsor this channel. Know that I put work into these sponsorships. I don't just accept money from everyone. If I did, I'd be a millionaire, a billionaire. I don't know. Many millions. But these have passed and fit what we look for. They have all the signs of being safe, but know that nothing is safe, obviously. So when you're trading, put assets on exchange that you're trading with. Don't store inactive assets on exchange, etc. They're great. Check them out. Check them out. So let's get into this. I was not clickbaiting you. I literally have a $223,000 position open right now. No clickbait. It's right here. You can see it. Right here. Is my camera off a little bit? Yeah, it is. Whoop, glad I caught that. All right, it's open right here. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Guys, please don't just copy my trades blindly. You will lose money. There's more to trading than copying, than signals. But this long is hella sketch, man. Opened it earlier this morning. It is over 10 Bitcoin in size, and it's a long from 23,329. Now, I don't have a TP picked out, but I do have a stop loss picked out. It has not been hit. So far, on a 5-minute time frame, we've seen higher highs and higher lows. Still not really building confidence. You can see I'm up 1%, and it is a $100 gain, and that just went away. That just went away. We're about to be into the red now. This might just liquidate while we're live. Well, it won't liquidate, but it might get stopped while we're live. Yikes. There we go, back up. This kind of trading is definitely mostly for show and entertainment for you guys. I don't recommend doing something like this, especially at this size. Not probably many of you can't anyway. Why would you do it? But it is fun, and we're gonna see what the hell happens, and we're gonna pick out a take profit and maybe adjust the stop loss while we're live here today. So to reiterate, new sponsor, Fairdesk. Check them out. I'll be trading live on here quite a bit. Along with our other sponsors, Bybit and Marketcipher, the #1 crypto derivatives trading platform, Bybit, and the #1 crypto trading indicator, Marketcipher. Check them out. Use my link and any of the links in the video description below. So we'll check back in on this. This literally the stop loss is $60 down. So by the time we get through the TA, this may already be stopped out. To update you on the previous positions. To update you here, we had quite a few other positions open on the last stream. I did a lot of chop trading. We got a really sneaky long from 23,075. We placed it live. We did the analysis live. We made the trading plan live. I placed the trade and it filled live, and that was a sniper. That was a sniper. You can see right here on that low before price ran to 24. Now, I would love to tell you that I closed it at 24 and made bank? I did not. This is a problem with doing these like for the stream, is that I'm really hesitant to close them because I want them to be open to show you guys. I don't want to like close and open these while I'm not live, because that's not, it's not a contest. It's not exciting. So I did hold it open. However, I have a learning lesson for everyone. I'm going to zoom in on these candles. So right here yesterday, I was watching the charts and I saw something I really liked. I got the hunch. I got what I was looking for to add to the long position. You can see this little up arrow here on MEXC. That signifies that you either went long or closed a short, opened long. However, I don't know what I was thinking. I was kind of zoned out while I was doing this. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to add. But I'm going to add by opening another separate isolated leverage position. And so what I did is I noticed you could do 200x on MEXC. And I was like, all right, F it. It was isolated leverage. That means it only can liquidate that amount that you put into it. I'll just open it much smaller because I just want to be degen and that'll be fun. So accidentally, without realizing, when you adjust leverage on an exchange, even though the position might be isolated, it's going to adjust the leverage for all your positions. What ended up happening is this long, so not nearly as big as the one I just showed you, 200 something K. This one's about 20. I ended up accidentally adjusting it to 200x. This was a great cause for concern for me, as 200x gets liquidated with a 0.5% move down from price open. That means I would have gotten liquidated if price moved 0.5% down right there when it happened in those seconds in between. Luckily, somehow, there was a slightly green candle in the time that I realized this was able to change it. Learning lesson, guys. Adjusting leverage when you have positions open is very risky. Would not recommend it. You definitely can add and subtract to positions, but I would not do it via adjusting leverage unless you know what you're doing. But I did manage to open there, and that was at 23.5 after I figured out what the hell I was doing and fixed it. However, price, as you know, hit 24K. I saw that rejection and I just didn't feel the ad anymore. It was on 50x. It wasn't the biggest, but it was enough that I decided, you know what? I'm just going to take the profits and run. You can see these little down red arrows. Those signify long closing. And so open right here, 23.5. Got a little bit of close at 23.65. A little bit of close at 23.6, and I finally closed the ad at 23.5 and change. So not a huge profit, but basically my takeaway is I managed not to have a total liquidation because of a fat finger, and I managed to not get wrecked on my ad by just taking profits on it. This was a good learning lesson for me. Hopefully that can translate out for you guys. So the long from 23.088-ish is still open. I want to know what you guys think I should do with this. I do, because now I'm really long leveraged at virtually the same price, and that's not a great place to be. It's not a great place to be. It is still open, though. It's still like 20K. It is up not a huge percent at the moment, 18%. When you open and close and take profits, it seems to mess with the unrealized P&L, because it also doesn't list realized P&L. But anyway, I have a stop still at 23.1-ish. That's slightly above that original entry. I don't really know how I'm feeling about it. I guess kind of my takeaway, and we'll get into the charts here. We also have a bunch of other charts pulled up, such as we're going to take a look at Slivergate. Hella spicy, weird chart going on today. We'll look at stocks. We'll look at the dollar. We'll look at some altcoins. And of course, Bitcoin. But my reasoning and kind of like reluctance here is that 23.088 back here on the 3rd of March. Man, any drop from where we are right now breaks that low, and I could definitely see a liquidity sweep there on a low, not invalidating 22.7-ish, our previous or our lowest point, I guess, at the end of February. I can definitely see a liquidity sweep there and then a move to the upside, and that would just stop out on my longs, and that's a crappy place to be. So I'm kind of talking myself through it, and I'm going to do my analysis today while I'm live to figure out what the hell I should do with these. If you like seeing me open huge positions live, smash those likes buttons and subscribe buttons. Put something in chat. Engage. I know it's the morning, but I'm feeling pretty good. That position now down 0.3% and a 30% unrealized loss. Yikes. Swinging around 6 figures is very spicy. Hella spicy. All right. Unfortunately, so this is the crappy part. This is I'm going through these because it reminds me what positions I had open. Unfortunately, our 23.8 position, which is like giving me PTSD about 23.8 previously when we had a short there. We had a little wick, and on that wick, that was right before I added to the long. Stopped out my short and profit for like, $1, just right before my entry. It was not the right move apparently because it would be pretty, it'd be sitting pretty right now. But that short is stopped out. Let me see. I think that's all the updates I have there for the trades. The long on Femex, that's from 16.5, obviously still open. I should adjust the stop back up. I had moved it down because I had that short open, and I was cool with hedging against that, and now I'm not because the short is closed. So a big topic before we get into too many charts today, I want to talk about it. It is U.S. government bonds and their yields. I want to talk about what they are, why they're important, what they do, what the implications are, etc. So let's start off with a government bond is a type of debt security. It's issued by a government to raise capital for public spending or other initiatives, right? The U.S. government bonds are issued by, obviously, the United States Treasury Department and are considered to be one of the safest investments available due to the U.S. government's ability to levy taxes and pay back the bonds. These are essentially the lowest risk and lowest reward asset, or they're supposed to be, that exist in the world. In the whole wide world. They're supposed to be. One sec, I just realized I really should put alerts here before I get too distracted, because I want to know if we get wrecked live. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're back, baby. We're back. Okay. Okay. Basically, they generate yield. That yield is not supposed to be as high as market yields because, well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so you buy these bonds and they generate yield. The yield refers to the interest that the government pays to borrow the money through the issuance of the bond. The yield is expressed as a percentage and determined by the current market value of the bond and coupon rate, which is the fixed interest rate paid by the U.S. government. Bonds are closely watched as an indicator of the overall health of the economy and are also used to set interest rates on other financial products. So as we get in, and I have a little bit more to say, this is in front of me or behind me. We have there's different term lengths for bonds or maturity lengths. They range, I believe, from 3 months all the way to like 10 or more years. On the left, we have 6 month. Next to that is 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. Of course, there's more, but we're not going to show them all. On the day, so this is a big chunk of time on each of these. Almost 2 years of data. May 21st. This is interesting because to my knowledge, that was like very much correlated with Bitcoin, wasn't it? May 21st, 21. Huh. We saw these 6 month bonds reach 0.01% yield. Almost no yield. And after that low, literally just up, only up, moonshot, now 4.95%. What that means is that you can lock away money via treasury bonds at a 6 month and get a 4.95% APY. You don't get 4.9% in 6 months. You get it in a year, but the equivalent. So you really get half of that. 1 year is up at 5%. 2 year is almost at 5%. 5 year at 4.32%. Actually, let's pull up 10 because that's really the big one. 10 at 4%. What that means is that you could lock away money for 10 years and get a guaranteed, essentially, 4% return. That is an interesting dynamic in a market of investing where essentially people are looking for like 7 to 10% on like S&P 500 or ETFs. This is giving investors a almost no risk way of getting 4%, 5%, etc. That is going to make other asset classes less interesting as they have a higher risk and not as much guaranteed reward. So with these going up, the implications. If bond yields go up, it means that the market perceives the government's credit worthiness to be decreasing, or there's an expectation of a higher inflation in the future. Bond interest rates are not showing inflation cooling at all. As we see in front of us, the 1 year is literally like breaking out right now. The 2 year retesting its highs after a higher low, and the 10-year lagging behind a little bit, but still reaching up to that high. All of them are doing this. This is definitely implying that markets are perceiving the government's credit worthiness to be decreasing and have an expectation of higher inflation in the future. This can have significant impacts on the broader economy, as higher bond yields can lead to higher interest rates on loans, including mortgages, which we've seen, car loans, and business loans. Higher interest rates can slow economic growth and reduce customer and business spending, which can ultimately lead to a recession. These are the recession indicators we've used in the past. This has given us some weird signs. So what we see as well is we have inversion. We have an inversion of these yields. It doesn't match up. Logically, the 10-year should be the highest yield. You have the biggest opportunity or time cost by locking up for 10 years as opposed to 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or 5 years. When inversion occurs, yield on a shorter term government bond exceeds the yield of a longer term government bond. We see that right here with the 1 year, 5%, higher than 2, higher than 10. This is a rare occurrence and is seen as a predictor of an economic recession. Yield inversion is thought to occur because investors become concerned about the long-term outlook for the economy and begin to seek the safety of shorter-term investments. This can lead to a flattening or inversion of a yield curve, which we're seeing right now and we have seen. It is a reliable predictor of the economic recession because it's, I just said that. It can also signal that the Federal Reserve will be forced to lower interest rates to stimulate economic growth. So it's weird because I'm not sure we've ever been in this situation. The Fed is increasing rates, even though bonds are suggesting or signaling to lower them to stimulate economic growth. But our economic growth, our GDP growth, is actually pretty good. It's not down. It's still trending up. In some cases, inversion can lead to panic, of course. It's closely watched by economists. But we're in a very weird situation because at this point, we would expect the economy to be doing badly via bonds, though it's not. We are increasing rates, not decreasing rates to stimulate it. This is, to my knowledge, I think this is the first time this scenario has ever, I think it's the first time we've had this setup of different economic factors. I think it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Let me know. This is some spicy shizzle. I think I'm actually going to put an alert. That's what I was doing. I'm going to put an alert here because we've got something to look at next. And of course, that's the dollar. Just quick humble flex. The dollar last stream literally predicted, or what was it? On the 28th, the end of February. Yeah, last stream. Literally predicted 104.99. 998. The 618 retracement would be our close last week. And it was, or not last week, on the 28th. It was. Then it opened higher, fell down, validated our broadening wedge pattern. But here's the spiciness, is now we've seen that climb back up. And I think it was earlier this morning when the dollar opened strong, literally broke February 28th's high, putting in a higher high after a lower low. Kind of mixed signals there. Luckily for my long, the dollar does seem to be losing some of its momentum intraday here. Wow, that's very good to see with my degenerate long going on. What I think this means, so I think this is a broadening wedge pattern, and what I'm looking for today, especially with this red candle, is a return back to that descending high trend. I think that descending high trend is placed correctly, even though we have these two highs above it. Whew, I don't like that. I don't like that as much. The reason being is it did respect this trend, and then when it opened above the trend, fell right back below. I think that was pretty validating. However, we did have some consolidation on the 1 hour here on the way up. But what I'm looking for, hoping it's down here, but might be right about where the dollar is. This might be a signal to close my long. I'm looking for a return to that trend and then a move back up. A move to like 105.26. Now, this is the trading thesis. This is the invalidation validation to make a good trade, basically, is we're looking for a bump and run here only because we had a pattern that does lead to bump and runs, and we did see it pull back after breaking it. Now price is right here. If it falls back below our trend, so we have what, 104.85 right here for this, the yellow one, the highest points, and roughly 104.75 for our previous, say our previous high trend. Bounces from either of these areas are very probable with this pattern. If we lose them, if we see it trade below 104.75, likely looking for that 618 retrace, maybe even 0.5. I like the 618 because it's 104.46. This has been an important value for us for a long time. If we fall back in this wedge, the pattern is changed. At that point, I think we'll have a neckline. Maybe we see a higher low, we move back up. That's probably it. If the 618 breaks, I think we're looking to just paint out this broadening pattern even farther. But basically, our invalidation, I think the most important, is going to be sitting at 104.75. If we see a downside, we're likely to see my fat long do well. And if it bounces, we're likely to see me lose a bunch of money live today. So let's get into the real charts. Let's get into the TA. Whew. Actually, let's look at this quick too. Gold, we did get the close we wanted. Gold did not close as a bearish engulfed candle in the month, and now we're seeing a little bit of green. This might be the reason that the dollar is not quite as strong as it was coming into the end of February, and this is going to be a good sign for assets. So I'm definitely watching gold closely and kind of just waiting on its every little move. I want to see it return to that 1950 area because I think that's going to show strength for the rest of assets. We do have the corn, but the corn isn't moving quite yet. So let's look at these other weird charts. I wanted to look at Slivergate Capital. So Slivergate's a crypto bank. I've used them many, many times. I'm bummed that they're having issues because they are one of the few banks that caters to crypto services. They work with like Kraken. That's how I do my ACH transfers from Kraken. This is Slivergate's chart. Quite a chart. I'll just start it with that. Quite a chart. Quite a chart. The reason it caught my eye today is because, according to the New York Stock Exchange, today, something very interesting happened with Slivergate. Firstly, it opened to a 43% downside. Opened. So via Via yesterday, not even a weekend gap, just an overnight trading gap. We see a gap from $13 to $8.50 in one day. This looks like a shit coin, doesn't it? People used to say crypto will become more like stocks over time. It'll mature. It'll get less volatile. What really happened is stocks became more like crypto over time. And there's something so satisfying about that. Anyway, that's my personal thought. So I'm not going to do TA on this. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get in depth in the dirty with Slivergate here. But what I can say is Slivergate right now is either the best buy in like the history of things. That's a little exaggerated, but still either one of like the best buys maybe available on the market, or it's an absolute just a guarantee of your money lost. This is hella spicy. Like it's below its all-time high or all-time low on the New York Stock Exchange. This is just crazy. It's just crazy. Like this is a bank or payment processor. I think it's a bank. Let's see the drop from the high. So back in November of 21, it was at $239. And today's low hit minus 97.1%. This is just looking like shitcoins, man. That's insane. Back to the all-time high. If it ever does. That'd be a 3,000% gain. That's pretty crazy. Even if it literally just fills that gap at some point, that's a 71% upside. This is just interesting to me. I'm not going to touch it. I don't think it's a good idea to trade it, but hey, we got a lot of traders here, a lot of different mindsets, a lot of different opinions, styles, just putting you onto the spicy charts as I catch them. If this was a crypto, I might be interested, but again, my disconnect as a millennial with stocks, I just don't believe in them. If crypto goes down 97%, not a lot changes, right? There's not a lot of changes for the crypto or the network itself. If a stock goes down 97%, maybe they go out of business. Maybe they can't do business anymore. Like, that is kind of the stop loss that stocks have that crypto doesn't in the same sense. Be careful with that reasoning, but I think it's solid. There's no like employees to pay. There's no overhead. There's no cost of business. Networks are just there, and they don't really care about price. So Silvergate, hella crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let's check in on the S&P 500 just really quickly. Our long position got riggedy wrecked. This did open to garbage. It was a little orphaned candle with a gap above it. But our stop hit on that long. I don't know. Let me see. That's right at the 618. Man, that stop was not really well placed. Oh, well. You got your 618 retracement at 3,920. I mean, I could see a bounce there. That is a slightly higher low. I think, though, the farther this comes down, the less this is looking like the pattern we were hoping for. Really hoping for some kind of, I'll call it like a Quasimodo inverse head and shoulders. This pattern was looking good to break to the upside, or at least retest 4,300. But each level that it moves down is looking less likely to do that. Looking less likely. Let's see what we got on here. On the day, this looks like death. Wow. Something tells me that the bottom is not in there. Not the best. Not the best. If you do take a position at some point on this, maybe 4,100 would be a look to get out, or maybe I would look, honestly, I might look potentially to open a little short ski there if it comes. You stopped out our long. Now it's time to see if you'll stop out our short. I like that. I like that. Let me put an alert here. I'm going to put an alert at 3,884. That's the January little swing low there before the higher high. If that breaks, we're seeing liquidity swept and likely going back to 3,700. Okay. Last one before we get in crypto. I just wanted to gloat a little bit again. Tesla, we effing called it, fam. We were looking for 100 on Tesla long before anybody. I swear to God. Long before anybody. We drew this crap out. We identified the deep retrace. We were looking for it. It finally came. Then we were looking for the 0.5, 207, or maybe as high as 232. But the 0.5, this is the bearish turnaround for Tesla. As out of a harmonic pattern, this would be called a 5-0, which is a very harsh rejection pattern. Very harsh. And it's fire. It's fire. It's now trading at 190 from our entry. That's a nice 7.7% over the course of 2 weeks. No more gloating. Let's get into regular charts. So I'm pulling up the corn. I see here my Degen position is not stopped out yet. That's good news. That's good news. I'm gonna pull up a new chart, new start, new chart, and let's get into it. It is March 2nd. I'm gonna clear this chart up, and as we get into this chart, I'm going to pull open the chat for the first time. Looks like I got the intro out in about half an hour. Not bad. Not too bad. Excellent. You know what? I'm going to start this chart with something a little different. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. I love this channel. Until this channel is proven wrong, I'm following it. I think this is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. You get one out of channel play, essentially hunt stops. You reject from the middle line once, not quite twice, 3 times or 2 times there. You find support at the bottom of the channel. You trade sideways. You blast through. You bump, and now we're waiting on the run. And hopefully the charts agree. Before I dive into Bitcoin, because you know that'll be a long one, I'm gonna read the chat. If you are here today, please let me know you're here in the chat now. Let me shout you out. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, guys, let's get the likes equal to the viewers. The more likes and engagement we have, the more people will find the stream on YouTube. I do have a poll open, has 800 votes. Well done. And this is the best poll we've ever done. I'm going to screenshot this. This is the best poll I think I've ever seen this chat do. March is going to be, we had hella bullish, hella bearish, hella crabbish, and I think we have like 1 vote determining the winner right now. 33% bullish, 33% crabbish, 34% bearish. That's wild. We've never had a poll this close. That's cool as hell. Let's get that up to 1,000 Let's get that up to 1,000 votes and we'll see if we're still so split. I will say, I do love that sentiment is this split when the weekly chart looks like this. That is a good sign. If you guys watch this channel day in, day out, in the beginning of January, I was saying, I think we're seeing the rise. I think we're seeing potentially it's either the dead cat bounce or it's a real rally, and I think it's in flux. I don't think it's decided yet. I don't think that anyone in the world knows for sure. I think essentially the more people that believe this is a real rally as we move up, the less likely it becomes to be a real rally. The more likely it becomes to be a dead cat bounce. Almost everybody was on the side of the bulls at the end of January. Almost everyone was bullish. February removed that sentiment. So what did it do? It made less people believe this rally is real. And I think that is very good. If just pay attention. This is what we want. You guys have seen me kind of put out FUD lately and people kind of upset about it. FUD doesn't do what you think it does. I'm not FUDding the market to make it go down. Bros, I'm FUDding the market to make it go up. I won't deceive people, but I'll put stuff out there. I'll create that sense of doubt because that's what we need. It is remarkable to me that Bitcoin has managed to shake sentiment that much with these candles. You have a low, a higher high, and a higher low, at least for the moment. And now only 1/3 looking bullish. When we were doing polls back in January, it was like 70% bullish. I like it. All right. Sorry, I missed the chat. Let me see. If you're here, say something. I see Pickle, Ron, Sal, Miguel. What's up, man? The spice must flow. Nomad with guitar. Greg Tennessee. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate all you guys that are here before the live chatting with me. I like that. You get a little more one-on-one time with me. Dave Digital, Benny Mortiza. Bad timing. Did I miss something? Let me refresh. I saw new subs. Where's the new subs? You're the best, brother. Thank you, Swervin. In code we trust. Crypto Crabman. Always looking for the crabs. Ardell Wilson. What's up? Crypto Birdie. Casual Mining. DM Ojo. Marcelo. Rodriguez from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. You have the sexiest women on the planet and everyone else is jealous of you. Dragos Zaharia. How you doing, man? Bearish continuation pattern. Where is it? Looking bearish. Dino Mike, my boy, back again. Good to see you. Thoth. Tom is the best. You're going to make me blush. Thank you, my friend. John Doe. Josh Breen. Nicholas Rito. Live from NOLA. This is Saturday night. All right. Alex Wells, my man. Logan 89. This market's hella. I know. Benjamin Smith, how you doing? Yo, Tom. George Karagenis. Looking for 23.3. What do you got? What prices are you guys looking for next? Are you looking for last week's low to break? I'll put them up on the chart. Let's do this. Instead of actually making it a poll, I have a fancy idea. What do you guys think happens? What's our next? Let's do it this way. What's our next move? Are we moving up to 24 again, or are we breaking to 23 again? And then inside of that, are we going to hit 22.4 before 25.3? And are we going to hit 23.1 before 25.3? I want to know what you guys think. Just put the number in the chat what you think comes next, what the progression is, and I'll catch up. What's up, LA Ray? Jonah Plain Clothes. I don't want to eat bugs. Thanks for the TA. Thanks for being here, my friend. You guys rock. I do this TA alone by myself. It's not as fun. It's fun with all you. It's good. SSG Cypherpunk here. Roll call. What's up, Bullish Crypto? Matt Lane. Kenny Orellana. Isam Lopez. Close eye. Eye of the tiger. Eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Okay. Matt Lane, the goat. Cheers, Tom Crown. Over from Twitter. What's up, G Life? Welcome. We don't get many Twitter conversions. You've come to the right place. What kind of sweater hoodie is that? You need one. Honestly, I have no idea. I think I might have gotten it at Target. Target, if they don't have this one, they have very similar ones. I like them. They're very comfy. The poll says you're good in the DGen long, says Bad Baptist. Dude, I'm not going to lie. That was my first thought. What's up, iPar? Shout out to all the Windows users. Okay. Very specific. I like it. We like specifics here. And so mining. You have stocks and crypto plays. How are those doing? If we rally now, it's short-lived. Okay. You voted about coming week. Okay. March will be green. I like that, Dean. I like that. What's up, Crypto Billy, my man? You can't see the right side of your TV with live chat on. That's not good. What's Nakamoto consensus, bro? Coca-Cola. Nakamoto consensus is a term that was made up in the last like 2 years, maybe, as far as I know. And it describes, honestly, nothing has ever been so descriptive of my stance in crypto. If you guys don't really understand my like stance in crypto, like I'm a Bitcoin maximalist, but I F with Litecoin, Dogecoin. It essentially describes those things. It is coins that are similar to Bitcoin, or not similar, almost identical in their origin, in their consensus, etc. So it's like the Nakamoto consensus originally was Bitcoin and Litecoin. It was made up by Litecoiners. And yes, your boy Tom helped define it. I said, hey guys, you know I love Litecoin, but you're missing Dogecoin. Litecoin can't be a part of the Nakamoto consensus without Dogecoin. They're the same mining. They're both discrete mining. They're merge mined. And so thanks to tomcrown, Doge was included in the Nakamoto consensus. That goes down in history. It'll be in the history books. Your children will read about it. You're here. Tesla hit 110-ish levels against us Dream Hunters. Honestly, it is way too early to call. But if, like, honestly, this short is like aimed towards there, I personally would be targeting the inefficiencies down here, the fair value gap down here. Not quite 110, maybe like 117, 120 down here. 110, like if we retest this low at 101, like if we retest low at 101, I think this is just going to hell. I don't know what that would look like. 40 bucks, 23 bucks. I don't think it's going to trade that low. But if it does reject at the 0.5, that's very, very implying that it's going to look to at least to like maybe break the 101. We'll see. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. What's up, Nate, my dude? You're watching This Old House. Brought up wireless internet technology. Billy was there as a mod. He's everywhere, dude. Trick shots. How you doing? Great channel. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We do more TA, but I'm really bad at reading chat while I do it. So I'm trying to like schedule in my brain breaks to just like read the chat and interact with you guys. Profit Bear. Want some sauce. AMV. Lots of opportunities. I don't know what that is. Disbelief rally. Prepare for another low, then up. Only Jamie. I'd like that. I would like that. Okay, the chat refreshed. I missed a lot of it. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you. It's been a second, my man. Frickin' cherry picking. I remember you. It hasn't been a second. How you doing, family? How you doing? Let's see. Who subscribed today? My7 Hoos. Pardeep Pensar. Zolio. VEF. Rajan Sharma. Swervin. Didn't see that. Nice, Swervin. Good to see you, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, help us get to 100K. We're about to break 76K after just hitting 75, I think, earlier, only a few weeks ago in February. Help us get to 100K. We're racing Bitcoin. We were losing it. We were definitely losing the race in 2021, but now we're getting a little lead thanks to the Bears. I think we can do it with your help. You the man, Brian. 22-3 retrace. I hope it doesn't. Don't forget the print 14 million Doge a day. So bullish on Paradise. Yes, that's correct. I want to point something out for the chat. That is true. Nothing you said about that is not true. However, the implication in your mind is the fallacy. So yes, 14 million Doge are printed a day. That isn't really relevant though, the number. In crypto in general, be very aware of decimals. Like, be very aware. They're used a lot to manipulate people. People will say, oh, I can buy 1 billion Do or Shiba or whatever coin. I can only get half a Bitcoin. I'm going to go with the billion. If that's the way your brain works, then think of, instead of you're buying half a Bitcoin or something, think of it as this. You're buying 500 million Satoshis. You're buying 500 million sats, right? The decimal points are very deceptive. Doge doesn't have the same hard cap. That is really the only difference between Doge, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. It used to have a hard cap. They undid it through consensus. So it is more inflationary. It is. But look not at just flat numbers. Look at percent. So what percent of the total supply is it minting a day? That's way more important than 13 million, 14 million, bajillion, whatever. Look at it in percents, and you'll never fall victim to the unit bias fallacy that traps so many traders. What's up, Max W? Can I check AGIX? AGIX, probably. 420, Martin Flores, Barry the Rave. You bought 3,000 Silvergate. Bro, I hope that works out for you. That could be freaking fire. Jason James Gala hasn't hit any alerts yet. Not at support, kind of just still retracing as far as I'm aware. Luke O'Donnell looking at ARR. Privacy coin. Lots of people like ARR. Is this proof of work? And did it have a pre-mine? I don't think it did. Crypto Billy 76K. Let's go. That's right. That's right. 420 Zakir. What's up, man? We only need to break 25. This is the thing I agree with. Breaking 25. So 25 is like a whole bunch of different things. It's also 200 weekly. Like breaking this level, we have so little resistance above us. It's like boom. Nothing. Inefficient price action at its maximum. We do have a little bit of efficiency at just about 30K. I could see it maybe do a little consolidating there, maybe a higher low retrace. This is obviously on the condition that we break the 200, obviously, and 25K and continue moving up. But there's just so little there. You have 30K, it's the tiniest little resistance, and then you have almost nothing to 48. That's it. So it's like we break 25, we're going to go to 30 in a hurry. If we overshoot 30, I bet we end up somewhere in the muck here in like 38. And that's where we see kind of like the dicking around higher or lower high, higher low, higher low. And then we move to 40. Like that is very possible. I am still 100% of the belief that we see 48K this year. I've been wrong before. I'm not right all the time. I'm not your typical guru on the internet influencer who pretends he's always right. That's bullshit. No one's always right. No one knows anything. We all just have probabilities that we assign to different things. And when that probability gets higher in our minds, that's what we believe, right? Nobody knows. Literally no one knows for sure. They only know in hindsight. 76, great year for birth, peoples. A little bit older than me, but hey. We're 24 to 55 on this channel. Males from the United States, the UK, Europe, and other places. That fits us. That's a good description. Razvan, dead market. Honestly, man, this was dead market. June to October last year. That was dead market. November to December, dead market. This is not so dead. Not my opinion. We'd have to see this really just dick around for like months at this level. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think so. What's up, Stephen Watson? You're here just to hear your lovely name. What's up, man? No one subscribed after I shouted out and said subscribe. If there's viewers out there that aren't subscribed, now's your chance to get shouted out right before we get into the TA. What's up, David Brum? How you doing, dude? How you doing? All right. All right. XY chromosome for the win. I do have both an X and a Y chromosome, to my knowledge. Thank you. Don Doodle, PD. How you doing, man? Don Doodle, dude, you give me so much hype. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you a wrench. Hey, David, you've been here forever. I don't know how you don't have a wrench. Have a wrench. Who's watching this and not subscribing? Dude, I know. Maybe literally everyone's subscribed. If that's the case, all right. That's fair. We do have 700 viewers, only 371 likes. So it does lead me to believe that not everyone's subscribed, because not everyone's hitting the like button. That leads me to believe. Anyway, I'm going to take a break from the chat for just a minute. Keep the hype going. Keep chatting in the chat. Keep the convo going. Don't let it die. But let's do a little bit of our new start, new chart compass aligning. So I'm going to get rid of these values, although those actually look really good here on the month. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of those values for now, or that one. And we're going to do as we always do. We new start, new chart. We zoom out. We get our perspective. And then we zero in on what we're going to see or look for today. February. We haven't been live since February ended. I forgot. February settled up. We were looking for very specific values that were very, very close together. We're going to get rid of actually these now because we're going to look at those. We were hoping and praying and wishing and waiting for 23.3. That would have been amazing. A close on 23.3, we would have taken resistance on the monthly from July and from July and August. We would have retaken it. We would have closed above, and that would signal to the market that it had broken. That'd be good. We were hoping and praying it didn't close below 23,128, because then we would have had a very solid, very strong confidence building monthly candle, then a very weak doji red reversal candle. Neither of those two things happened, which is almost remarkable considering how close together they are. Neither of those conditions happened. Neither. I can't believe it. February closed 23,145. Not even $20. Not even $20. That is 0.1%. $23 is 0.1%. So less than 0.1% above. It did close green. It did not close above 23.3. So what did we get? We got the least decisive close possible. Least decisive. But hey, at least it wasn't red, honestly. Maybe this will give you a little insight to the magnitude of this. So a close above this resistance at 23.3 would have suggested potentially two prices. It would have said your next upside resistance, because you took this one. We could say it's 35, but honestly, with this inefficiency on the way down, I don't think that that's the big player. This would be 45K. This is the next monthly resistance past 23.3. That's almost a 2x. A close above would have been a pretty good signal that we were going to see price slowly trend there, or quickly, who knows. We didn't get it. We got blue-balled. So what do? Well, we have another month here in March. This is going to be wrapping up the first quarter of the year. The quarterly resistance right there, 35. Support, broke, dump. Total inefficient price action. Totally. A close here on the quarter above even 19.5 is going to look pretty good. As crappy as that would be to see March close at 19.5, that'd be pretty good. But here we are now in March, and we are well inside the wicks of February. We have not really seen March flush out its direction yet. If it breaks 25,288 or 21,366, we will see a higher, lower, low versus February, and that's going to be our first indication of where March is taking us. Neither has happened yet. Are these wicks the same height? Now, this isn't really TA, but okay, no good. I was curious if March's rally to like almost 24 was the exact height of January's. It's not. Not that that would have mattered, but it would have been interesting. With the new monthly close, we should see our Marketcipher B update, and we do see money flow again. We caught this. I doubt anyone else is looking at this. If you guys have seen other analysts point this out, let me know. I have not heard nor seen any other humans, except for us, see this money flow. We actually saw it in February. He says, weird, price is going down, but money flow is going up. And that is unusual. Usually we look at the money flow more so than other indicators as a suggestion of direction. So that closed fine. This is still in play here just as a recap. So the one thing that I was looking at on RSI for the month is we were basically at the RSI moving average, and that's a scary spot to be. We do typically see, or I'll say more often, we see rejections when we're testing this moving average from below, and we typically see bounces from it when we're testing it from above. It's a very strong interaction point. We're still there. We're still right there. That's one thing that's crappy. We're really close to it. It is moving down, so that's giving us a little bit of wiggle room below us. But man, if that RSI rejects, we are heading right back to lows, and that's going to be nasty. That's going to be gnarly. But luckily, Marketcipher B giving us a little bit of hope. That's all we got on the month. But new month, good stuff. Let's see the week. The Dong VWAP pattern continues to play out. Momentum continues to just ever like approaching infinity, looking to pinch. Hasn't happened yet. But money flow is still doing what we want it to do if we want upside. We broke our low. It began to roll over. Now we're targeting the final, I'll say, confirmation of it rolling over right here, all the way back in August of 22. When money flow reaches higher than that, I expect very explosive price action. The only thing that sucks, though, is VWAP is not really suggestive of upside price movement on the week, and neither is momentum. But momentum isn't saying It isn't saying that there's downside momentum. It's saying there's upside momentum, but that might be slowing as we see these bands get closer. The light band being a faster moving average of a momentum and the blue being a slower, looking for that to cross over. It is pinching, it's getting closer, but that can happen. You can even see them pinch like intra-week and then unpinch. And actually a lot of really big moves come from that. So we don't have on momentum downside suggestion, but VWAP being at 0 like this is kind of scary. You don't really commonly see VWAP do that and then go back up again. It does happen, it's just very rare. You can see for the most part, once VWAP hits a high and begins trending down, it doesn't really tend to get like another move up, not on these high time frames. Here's a right here is actually an exception to that. May of 21, that did happen. So that's what we're going to have to hope for, I guess, something like that. I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. Not quite yet. But it's looking decent there. Looking decent. Where is... Go. Yeah, we got our cross up on Ichimoku Cloud Weekly. We did get our cross up on the 13th of Feb. Still chilling under the cloud. The cloud, though, this is what I like, is so many things on the chart. Fat, flat-topped cloud. Very magnetic to price. We see two of these, actually. We see one here, and we see one down here out in the future. I really like Ichimoku because it's one of the only indicators that attempts to not be lagging. It tries to project out 30 candles in advance. So these are both magnetic to price. When you see these clouds, it really is magical how magnetic they are. It doesn't guarantee that this has to hit, but what it does do is it gives us not only a price, it gives us a time, and that's probably why I like this so much. It's saying there is a strong attraction to roughly that 48K area. On the cloud is 43. Roughly this area before May 1st. After May 1st, that attraction's gone. We have another one, and that's at 31.8. That starts in June. So basically, in June, we're going to see the same. We're going to see an attraction to this price level. If we're above it, if we're above the cloud at that point, it might look like that. If we're still below the cloud, let's say we'd never make it up here before May, it might be like that. These are very, very strong. They're very strong. Very strong. It's one of my favorite indicators. We'll have a video about it soon. Let's go down to the day. The last, I see why you said dead market then. Now that I think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're on 6 days of literally the price being 23.3. That's very sideways. Very boring. Very boring. 618. On the day, all right, cool. Cool. First things that stand out to me, RSI, I'm digging this. You guys hear me say this a lot. RSI, this is really ugly. This is all bearish divergence. This is bad. But RSI on the day, respecting the 50 line, remaining above it, that's uptrending. You can ignore a lot about RSI. If you want to make it really simple, you can just say when RSI is remaining above 50, it's an uptrend, and when it's below 50, it's a downtrend. And you probably could trade off that and do pretty well. I like that it's here. It's not confident. It hasn't ran back up yet, but it's just chilling there. If it breaks, we're going to look for downside quickly. So far, so good. Like, I like that, though. This is the secret sauce. So Marketcipher B, I know all you guys don't use it out there. I use it every day. If you do want to use it, use my link to sign up, promo code CROWN, and get a discount. But, links in the video description. But this is the sauce. I posted this on Discord. If you're not on the Discord, you definitely should be. I update it. Not all the time, but I put in some really good stuff. When I catch really good stuff, I put it in there. We caught this a while ago, and it's looking better and better, even though price hasn't really convinced us. So what's going on here, Tom? This doesn't look that great. What do you mean? Back here, we saw our highs come down and our lows break, and we said the day's going to roll over, or probability would say the day's going to roll over. That did kind of happen, but something came into play. We had a low. That's fine. A low isn't really important. We see that happen a lot. Then we had a lower high, which is really shitty. This is not what we wanted to see. We're like, oh man, this is just nuke it. However, since that lower high, we have put in a second higher low. And this is one of the few things that invalidates that rolling over theory that we use here all the time. Really does have very strong hit rate. This rolling over thing on almost any time frame, it really does work pretty well. But this higher low invalidates it with one more move. We don't have that move yet. Right there. We're going to look for a flat top, higher lows. We need to see money flow break our high here. Obviously, ideally, the highest point, but it's marching up there. And this was looking really bad. This was looking really bad for it to happen. Even though money flow is coming up, it was looking bad because momentum was dropping. Like right here, it was just dunking down. That's a much lower high. You know, this is likely the implied move from that, and that's not good. However, look at what's going on right here on the day. So we spotted this like, I don't know, a week ago or something. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's like the exact opposite of what we're seeing on the weekly. Momentum pinched. It was a fake out. It's so close here to pinching again. More importantly, VWAP is at 0, like right where we need it for this invalidation to play out. You have potentially a higher low in momentum. VWAP, that's a higher low as well. Your recent high is coming off a higher low. Like, this has all of the pieces of the soup puzzle to give us what we need here. This would be extremely powerful. So what we want, a day needs to close where our momentum actually pinches, and we want to see this come back up. Boom. That's explosive. All of this, though, is not valid yet. That I definitely want to drive home. We don't have the high, but we have all the pieces. So I'm going to watch this really freaking closely. I really like that. Really like that. Okay. Let's go down. I'm not going to spend time on like 12-hour and stuff, but let's look. Okay. 12-hour looking a little bearish. 6-hour looking a little bearish too. That's probably no surprise as we're on 5 candles of red. No divergence on our lows. That stands out to me. 4-hour was looking good yesterday and now has shit itself with a lower low on the 4. That's heavy, man. That's going to be heavy. I see a lot of indecision on these time frames. I'm going to have to go 12-hour, 6-hour, 4-hour. They're with the bears today. Let's look at the 3. 3, okay. 3 is not classically bullish, but we do have the rolling over signs. We've broken lows looking left. We've set higher lows. Yes, it is trending down. So the 3-hour, in my take, is saying, I'm probably still going to paint some more red candles, but I'm going to look to bounce. That bounce might lead to a lower high. It might not be super exciting, but I'm going to look to bounce because my money flow is going to return at least temporarily to green. This is pretty ugly, so I'm not going to get super hype off of that, but that's what I'm seeing there. Man. 12, 6, 4, 3. My long is not looking good. 2 looks kind of like garbage as well here. It is rolling over. It already did. It's already in red. The only kind of saving grace, that VWAP, suggesting almost the same thing as the 3-hour. You might not be done selling because it looks like you want to take another trip into red money flow, but probably going to see a little bounce there. Probably going to see something, some kind of retracement. The 1-hour disagrees. The 1-hour is just full on bear. This is wild. Every time frame bearish again. So maybe we should put the spice meter at like maybe 6 bears. That's not good considering I have a really big long position open. Yikes. Green dot, the only thing that's looking decent, VWAP up, but like that's it. 1 hour looks like crap. You're at your lowest point in money flow. You could say, well, maybe that's going to be the low. And we're going to see higher lows. Sure, but you're just guessing. Like you're just picking a random time. Not great. We're at 6 bears. Let's go down to low time frames. Just look at the 90 really quick. 90 looks like shit. Okay. Going down to low time frames, these are the ones that might impact us during our live stream today, and we might use to trade today. This is really weak. Really, really weak. Lower low. Momentum kind of eking out that double bottom. Ugh, maybe not. Oh, I think that really big trade actually might have even already gotten stopped out. We'll have to go back. 15-minute. This is like the most red, least good looking, and I'm in the biggest long of my life. That is so shit. We might be at 8 bears. I don't think I'll ever say 10 bears. 9. It's a scale of 1 to 9. 5-minute, give me something. All right, so this is a lot of the reasoning for that really long position. I was looking at the 5-minute and saying the 5-minute is going to roll over. We've got all the signals. We have our high, we broke a low, we have a lower high, we broke our low again. This is going to roll over. I'm going to open this large position. Well, look, I was right. I was right. It did roll over, but it just did not give us anything. Did not give us anything. That's not great. What I'm looking for here, hopefully. So we do have a low, a slightly higher low. Gonna want to paint out that higher low again. That's the only freaking way this gets good. You can see somewhat of an uptrend, and that's really gonna depend on. It's really gonna depend on the bulls there. That's not good. I'm about to lose money. Money flow in the 1 minute looks like shit, and I'm sure that position stopped out now. These candles look pretty bad. Ooh, buddy. Yikes. Let me see if that trade's still open. Pray for it. Pray for the trade. It is still open. I don't know how I feel about that because it's down $500 right now. I don't feel good about it. I almost want to just close it. Oof. There's a low. Oh, there's a low. Are you going to do it? Really quickly, I'm going to look at the dollar here. Oh, shit. Well, there we go. If I wasn't so busy streaming, I might have closed that long early. There it is. There it is. Off the yellow trend. Off the higher trend there. Dollar finding support. Oof. Oof. I'm effed. I'm effed in the A. That's closing. There it is. Right off the high. Right just as we were like discussing at the beginning of the stream. Oh wow. Riggedy wrecked. There's so many lines on this chart. I can't even handle it. Let's get rid of all of them. Okay. Riggedy wrecked. 15-minute looks beautiful. 30-minute looks good. 45 actually looks bad. Hourly actually looks bad. 2 hour actually looks bad. This is weird. If you notice, this is the dollar I've kind of scrolled through. The exact opposite of what we were seeing on Bitcoin. And that makes sense as they have traded inversely pretty reliably over the last, year and a half, 2 years. I'm so wrecked. Rest in peace, my big ass trade. I was trying to impress my internet friends with a big trade. And this is what I get. This is what I get. $450 down. I almost want to move my stop. Probably shouldn't. 232.65. 232.65. So stop at 232.44 for minus $860. What if it's 65? Only a $650 loss. What do you think, fam? Should I move it up? Is it worth saving that extra 150? I don't know. I'm going to not talk or narrate for one moment while I figure out WTF I want to do with this. Dollar is bumping and running, but it is at resistance. I'll take that. You did. Ooh. Where are you? You broke low. I'm gonna move. I think I'm gonna move the stop up to the low right here. It doesn't look good. I really should look to close this. Maybe if I can eke it out just so I don't lose the first big boy trade. If I can eke it out, maybe I should just try to close it 23337, the 618 here. Just like it'd be like $200 profit maybe. But the reason I don't want to close it, even though I probably should, is I highly am skeptical of this. We are on the 1 minute, so you know, don't go crazy. But I am skeptical of this here. If this is the low, I'm skeptical. We see a neckline here. Off that low, man. I don't know. Oh, and it looks like maybe it's going to make the decision for me. Gotta summon all of my spice. Uno reverse. The last thing I'm going to do is reverse the position at that point. 2326. Let's save $100 maybe. I think I can close this at 23350 or 2333. I think I can. I just don't. I want to close it because I feel like we're going to get a higher low here. And I feel like it's going to retrace. I feel like it's going to retrace to like here. Either way, like I might lose $800 on this position while we're live, but either way, this is actually really solid. It's actually really solid because if you look at this price action, there were many times at lows where you could have opened long and you basically, it would just dump right back down. This is the first low that has any kind of like structure reverse at all. The rest of these are just garbage. They're just like garbage, like lows, lower high, lower lows. This is the first time you started seeing some kind of upward movement. So I'm not pissed about it. Even if I lose, I'm not mad. I think it was the right move. I think it might have just been a little too early and a little too heavy. A little too heavy. All right, now we're only down 360. I'm feeling much better. Feeling much better. I can relax. Oh my God, now it's red. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I didn't actually mean to pull this chart up. How did this happen? Oh, this is our chart from today and it accidentally changed timeframes. You know what? Maybe it's a sign. So somehow my Bitcoin versus gold chart came up. So let's take a look at it. This is a really cool chart. We haven't looked at it in a bit. People have asked about it lately. Let me see. I'll tell you what, Bitcoin certainly does seem to be trading against gold in a meaningful manner. Meaningful manner. So this is just the price of Bitcoin divided by the price of gold at an ounce. This did trade lower than Bitcoin. Lower, meaning our low touched the equivalent of 14K or 13.8 for Bitcoin, when our low on Bitcoin was only 15.5. So there's some kind of divergence there. He's coming up. I'm hoping on one of these kind of like similar perspective charts that we're going to see like some kind of divergence we don't on the regular. I'm not seeing much. This stands out to me. Gold versus BTC versus gold. RSI bounced from the 50 and set a higher high on RSI, along with a higher high in price, which is good. It's healthy. Bitcoin didn't do that. Bitcoin hit a double top. It didn't pull back to 50. So that is some divergence. Bitcoin versus gold doesn't have the same bearish divergence as Bitcoin. That's looking pretty toppy to me. That's looking pretty toppy to me. I could see this. can see that. What about its 200 week moving average? Below its 200 week. Ooh, this is kind of cool too. On gold, ooh, my foot is asleep. I should not have been sitting that way. On gold versus BTC, this is pretty chill. So in January, you ran up. I'm going to ignore the values. I'm not going to say them because it doesn't really matter. It's not like real. But moved up to here, and for the sake of this explanation, 12.58. Pulled back. That pullback actually broke the low of that structure. That's interesting. Moved up into, what was that, like monthly support resistance. But this is what's cool. This touch back is very much resistance support. Where on Bitcoin, the chart just goes like this, right? It doesn't have this setup. That's pretty cool. This is not good. This is not what I was hoping for. Yikes. So we were looking for this on Bitcoin on money flow on the day. Gold has started to droop down, and the VWAP looks like garbage. Huh. I don't know. I'm not going to make any more assumptions here. I like that, though. Resistance support. If it breaks low here, then that's probably a bearish sign. But there isn't really going to be... We're not going to be able to read too much into that. I just like to look for little differences. Crap. This is not the chart we started with. Hold on. I'm going to undo. We're going to get back into the chart. You guys told me to close it. I said I can close it at 23.33, and you said to close it. That's okay. I always want your guys' honest opinions. I don't expect you guys to be right. I'm only gonna razz you. If I can't expect myself to be right, how can I expect anyone else? Now that is not great. It looks like that 23.3 like basically hit. I gotta get off the 1 minute though. No, 1 minute. I'm liking lower time frames more and more, but the 1 minute is still only reserved for crackheads. Like, that's it. I think we are. I think we are. 10-minute rollover. Want to go out here. It's not loading. That's weird. For some reason, okay, there we go. God, that's weak. We keep seeing this. I hate it. It's so weak. It's like almost what I was saying with RSI. Like RSI below 50, if it's trending there, you're in a downtrend. Above 50, you're in an uptrend. Same thing here with this momentum. It's like your momentum is all sitting under zero. It's downtrending. Every time it tries to like even begin uptrending, it gets hammered. I should not be in this long. This is dumb. This is dumb. All right. We're going to look at some alts, but I'm going to read the chat here for a wee. Let's pull up the Degen trade so new people who join can be like, oh my God, he's stupid. All right. What's up, One Crypto? Oh my goodness. 23,245. It's over. I wonder if he just tuned in. The only reason, yeah, it was a joke, but the reason is because we have a $225,000 long position open, and it going down a little bit from here stops us out for like $800 loss. So entered too soon. I mean, yeah, in hindsight, always, right? Always. It's like I said, it's for you guys. Our vote is now up, our poll's now up to 1,100 votes, and it's amazing that we're still like 1/3 bullish, 1/3 bearish, 1/3 crabbish. Craigton C, Tom the dude playing the dude, disguised as another dude. I will share that alpha with you. I am in fact a dude. That's it. What's up, our rule? OP. Frank, come on, BB already. Oh yeah, I forgot BitBoy is at 11:30. We're competing with BitBoy for viewers. That's savage. What's up, Above Moon, Dap Radar? What's that? Nutanant Vishabun Siri. What's your opinion on Doge? I mean, I like Doge as a coin. I've held it for years. Its chart has not been looking as good as I'd like it to recently. And I have like a bullish bias on it. Still doesn't look great. Get out, says BCN. Get out. Noah Sky, where do you go for lower time frame? You can get 1 second candles on TradingView. You have to have premium though, I think. There you go, 1 second candles, baby. This is where we really should be, considering the size of it and the closeness of the stop. Fire. Okay. Blame it on the chat, I will. Yeah. So that's fair, guys. You guys agree? If I lose money, it's your guys' fault. I can blame it on you. And if I win, it's my fault. You don't have to like pay me back or anything. I'm just gonna blame you. Oh man, I should close this. You know what though? I always say stick to the plan. Should probably stick to the plan. When was the last time we got this like river looking price action? Here. Ooh, and then it went lower. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Should I just take my lickings? Not today, sometime this week. Agreed. The problem is I have 10 Bitcoin long. And so later this week is way too big of a timeline. Way too big of a timeline. It sucks though because like I didn't want to close it before the stream started. If I move the stop up, it'll like hunt it right away. 23,261. Let's take a few $100 off the table on this. Only looking at a $700 loss now. That's all right. We got this little left shoulder potential wick here. Trading below that. Yeah. All right. Now it's only like a 700 loss if it gets stopped. What's up, Limited? Bearish CVD coming in hot. Give it like 3 hours. Fun oof, probably. Look at this. I place the stop and placing the stop and placing the stop and wick. God, this is something to behold. Tomcrown trading 1 second candles with 200K. Never thought I'd make it. Never thought I'd make it here. If it stops me and then rockets up like a freaking giant green dildo, I'm gonna be sad. Be sad. I'll recover. It stopped. We lost. There we go, guys. That was the first time on this channel you've ever seen me trade with over $100,000, and I just lost it. 0-1. 0-1. 0-1. And now it's gonna wick. We do have some other positions open that aren't quite as degen. They're not quite as bad. I'm gonna be so trolled. Close some of these tabs. The original long 20,000, 23,088 still open. Womp. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. That wick was like, I will take your money, sir. Thank you. Wrecked. Wrecked. I'm gonna put that in the thumbnail next time. Wrecked. Oh well. Life goes on. Life goes on. All right. You just lost 100 euros. I just lost like 700 euros. So I'm with you. I'm coming live on March 22nd for Chirpow 100%. Digital Orgy. You could be the worst trader out there. Clearly. Clearly. Clearly, guys. What a comment. Meninja Fourth. What's up, dude? Rich man. Sinigar, thanks for the entry. Yeah, you use my stop as an entry. Probably would have slayed it. Should not have moved the stop up. I know. I said it as I did it. I was like, it's just gonna come right for me. Degen. That's it. Degen. We're going down. Sugar. We're going down, swinging. I got another one in the bullet. Loaded gun complex. Cock it and pull it. Thank you, Fallout Boy. I remember seeing them at Warped Tour. They were awesome. You're good, man. Don't stress. LA Ray. Oh, I'm not stressed at all, dude. I really had hoped that had gone well because it would have been cool for like the first time on stream. But like, yeah, no. Anyone who's a real trader understands what just happened. Like, you don't win every trade. Your win rate is going to be proportionate to your risk to reward. If you don't know what that means, you got a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning. Stay safe, Gary Gensler. Thank you, man. You stay safe, Gary. Don't you be litigating and legislating too much against crypto this week. We'll follow you to the grave, Wick. Don't do that. Don't do that. What's up, Snicker Chess? Am I a millionaire? I always say everyone. Everyone here. Everyone in crypto. You have no advantage to sharing your portfolio. The amounts. No advantage. The only thing it can do is potentially put a target on your back in the future, even if you think, I don't have a big portfolio. It doesn't matter. It's only $20. Well, maybe in 20 years, that $20 is $1 million, and now someone knows you have $1 million and they want to steal from you. So I never give details about I never give numbers. I give percents about my portfolio and my holdings. I will say that I went from negative $50,000 or $60,000 net worth when I started in crypto to I have no debt and I have more literal just dollars in savings than I ever thought I would have in my entire lifetime. That's not even talking about my portfolio. So that's how I would recommend. Just be vague. You don't want to give it. F it, says G Rocks. Could be worse. Yeah, I don't care. If you're trading with leverage, the money that you're choosing to trade with is money that you know you're okay to lose. Exactly, Adam Buzzard. Those are some wise words. Therefore, there should never be a stop loss. I don't know. I think that there's some truth in that statement. Certainly the first half. The second half, that would imply though that like your stop will always be your liquidation, and I'm not really convinced that's the best way to do that. That's my opinion. What's up, Jonathan Cooper? Yep, it looks like it's going to go now. Of course it does. Of course it does. That's what I said. As soon as I move the stop, it's going to hunt me and it's going to go up and I'm going to be sad. I'm not going to be sad. Exactly. Chinggis K. Exactly. I forgot about that. There was Adam Buzzard. There was another person, very famous, who had a similar opinion. That was Caroline from FTX. Never used a stop loss. Didn't understand why. She had never lost a trade before. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half, Elijah. Next bull run, you will make wife changing money. It's possible if you're still here. I always speak like a diplomat. I know. I want to be a diplomat. Hey, if you need a diplomat, let me know. Let me know. Okay, I'll just blame you, Orange. I won't blame everyone. Orange is taking on the weight of all of your sins. You have a feeling I grew up watching Teletubbies? Digital Orgy, that is 2 swings and 2 misses on your comments today. You're not doing great. Did not watch Teletubbies, dude. I'm a millennial. I was too old for that. Wesley Parker, crypto changed your life. Changed my life too. How many Bitcoins can you buy at 100K with your money? Ha, Dean. You know, it almost had me. Steph Friend, I like that too. I identify as a trillionaire. I identify as a trillionaire. World's first. What's up, Daniel Moose? Subscribe. And David Pohl. Marnik. Vantha. Lakshan. Craig, I didn't see that. You donated $9.99. Thank you for helping me recover my trading losses today. Appreciate you. We both eating ramen for dinner. I feel that. Nicholas Joe Johnson. Fanboy Z. Dude Random. Gorilli, Kevin Cara, all subscribed. Well done. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Jump in the Discord. You will get some of Tom Crown's Bitcoin. I do airdrops after every live stream. All you have to do is be in there, click the little blue verify button once you're in. That's it. Wallets are auto-generated. Tis what tis. Should be in there. Best way to keep up with the stream. I love you from Iran. I love Iran. I love all of our Iranian viewers. Thank you, Adriani. How's your, crap, what was the coin you kept looking at? How is it? I can't remember. I thought I did. Hope it's doing well. Yeah, what I do is much more interesting than a diplomat. I agree. Thank you, Angela. Seatbelts, parachutes, and stop losses. Yep, I agree. It's all just for incompetent people. Yes, Power Rangers, Digital Orgy, absolutely. Yes, I watched the crap out of Power Rangers. Absolutely. This is a great stream. Thank you, Quicker, my friend. Carping qualities. How old am I? I am a vague age. I'm timeless. What? Many people are asking. The first digit of my age starts with a 3. There you go. Change your wife? What? YOLO back in, Dave Digital? I know, isn't it tempting? It's tempting. Vote Tom for something. Agreed. Agreed. I don't know what. Just vote something. No matter. Just get me elected to something. Something. All right. Let's see. Is there anything moving crazily? Not really. Not even really to the downside. Looks like Luna. We haven't looked at Luna C in a while. Looks like that's making a weird move. Luna C, the only coin up 1% or more over the last 24 hours. That's odd. AGIX is at 51 cents. Stacks traded to $1, now back down to 90. Not super interesting there. We have other positions open. That's why I'm not too interested in reopening. I took my licks. Really, I think I should open short now. Like, this looks awful. This looks awful. Low. Lower high. Low. Lower high. One more touch to 23,255, and this is an ugly arse pattern. Looking for downside then. Problem is, I don't like to like short after the break. I feel that's just not my style of trading. It's not my style of trading. Let's see. 1 minute still heavy. I mean, you know what though? It does serve me right, guys. I opened the stream at a $220,000 position. I went through the charts and said, literally time frame after time frame after time frame. Wow, this is bearish. Wow, this is bearish. Wow, this is all the way down to like the 1 minute. So, yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. We had, I think that was the first time on the stream. We had 8 out of 10 bear spice meter. 8 out of 10. That's a lot. That's a lot of bears. It's a scale of 1 to 9 because I don't use 10s. And then it's a scale of 1 to 9, but then if there's something above a 9, it's just 9 bears on cocaine. That's the next rating up. AGIX not doing anything. Not doing anything. Not yet. Long still good. Still the same targets. This might be ambitious. Obviously depends on what kind of trade is taken. What kind of risk is involved. Ah, it's looking fine. Just chilling. I'm so jealous of some of these coins, man. Like, some of these coins look just straight up beast mode on the day, and Bitcoin is not quite there. I wish that Bitcoin looked like that. What is going on with the dollar today? That's pretty reminiscent of what happened here and what happened here. Dollar looking for 105.2. Close some of these too. Yeah. This is kind of coming up. Am I really gonna do that and just get trapped again? Let's see what this would look like. Maybe I'll slang around 6 figures again. Maybe I'll slang it. Let's just slang around 1 6 figure instead of 2. Let's see what this would look like. 3, 2. It's just like it saw me thinking about it, and it's like, no. Boom, there it is. All right, so this is only a little bit over 100K. This is only 6.1 Bitcoin. Let's see. It is a short as well. It is a short. That was a pretty good entry though. That's a way better entry than my long. At least like very zoomed in. Probably gonna get stopped out too. It's just that kind of day. It's just that kind of day. I like that. Shut up. Shut up, Bitcoin. Shut up. Just go down. Just go down. Yep. Yep. Oh. A little bit nicer there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That wick. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Oh, and here we go. Here we go. Now it's getting stopped. Oh, well. You should just talk. You're reasoning out loud. Jonathan Cooper, that's what I do. I always reason out loud. What would I talk about if I wasn't reasoning? This is a Degen stream, baby. He been getting wrecked. We got wrecked earlier. Good to see you, Matty G Ski. I like that name. Smash the likes. Thank you, Rolling 69ers, J Dog. Long or short? Well, we were long. It got stopped. And we went short, and it's probably going to get stopped. I'm using way too much money and way too much leverage. Why I didn't second shot the long? Because in my brain, if I was going to second shot that long, I just wouldn't have moved the stop. Like, I took my lick. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. The upside, the stop on this is so small. Like, if this gets stopped out, it's like way less of a loss. Dixie is juicing. Dixie is juicing. Bump and run. We talked about it at the beginning of this episode. While it was falling, literally right here, we were like, wow, it's actually right at this trend line. It's like it could bounce off this trend line. Or maybe it comes down to what? 104.75. It's like we're going to look for a bounce. That's what we got. That was the death kiss for my long earlier. The long was smart. Like the long I took up here, like when Dixie was right here and it started falling. Then we got another hourly candle. But Bitcoin really didn't respond. It was odd because if you watch Bitcoin and the dollar really closely, oftentimes it'll be like down to like the 1 minute candles. They'll be like perfectly opposite, like perfectly. And the dollar was falling and Bitcoin was falling. It was weird. It's usually not that way. Let's see how much we're up from that silly. It's up $64, 66 bucks. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This one did a little bit better. Flopping and groping. Oh, I'm flopping and I'm groping. I'm flopping and I'm groping. Maybe I'll make it back. Maybe I'll make it back here. Let's see. Zooming out, we are seeing lower highs. What happens here? That looks different. 23.1. I'm going to put a TP on this short, even though, yeah, not super hopeful. If this one fills, we make our money back. That's cool. That'd be all right. If it doesn't, I don't give a shit. If this does fall and it does break down to like 23.9, I'm just going to move the stop up. Move my stop up. And I'm just going to move the take profit down. See if I can inch it down. Look at this, the worst trader in the world. Caught a trade. Broken clocks right twice a day. What's up, Beauty of Nature? Thanks for subscribing. Good to see you. How low do we need to go? 23.1. Like 23.130. Actually, a little bit shorter. Maybe 23.160. Over trading. Digital Orgy. You do know that this is what this is my job. Like, I stream. This is my job. I trade while I stream. If I wasn't trading, there'd be no content. You're a silly guy. You seem salty. See you setting targets high and low. We are trading on leverage. I see you moving stops down. That's true. I do that. I'm still getting like almost my bearing with leverage, especially with like this size. I've never traded this size. I traded just spot for like 6 years, and so yeah, my targets were very different. My trading is very different because there's no liquidation fear. And when I trade spot, I don't really use I don't use stops at all. With leverage, I do. OG candle colors. This is, I guess, the default candle colors on Fairdesk. They are a little different than some others. A little different. Let's go. Break the low. Not trading enough, I agree, Tor. What's up, Matt? Who dat? Who dis? My skill setting targets high and low, walking away. I mean, that's where I've made a lot of my bread. Where I made a lot of my bread. Do I recommend any spot trading tutorial? Nothing comes to mind, but I highly recommend spot trading. This is interesting for me because I've been trading, I was like not full time, but like I've been trading or charting like 8 hours a day for years doing spot. Then I just like get into the leverage because it's interesting. It's fun to watch. That's why I do it. Make content. It's fun to watch. And so learning backwards, because most people are new and then they start with leverage and they get wrecked. This has been interesting. It's made me examine the charts differently, and I've definitely taken a lot of value away. I was almost strictly a macro trader for many years, like big swings, cycles, etc. And I was looking always at the bigger picture. Even when I was zoomed in, I was still thinking and looking at the bigger picture, which is still important. But just messing with leverage over the last few months, what I've found is that I can compartmentalize price movements, like in a way I wasn't able to before. I've taken a lot of value from it. Like, I'm able to zoom in and look at just a splat of the chart and just look at it for that data. And I wasn't able to do that in the past, and that's caught me on some things. So I'm happy. I don't really think I've lost money in these live stream trades either. If it did, it's like an amount that I don't think I have, actually, because I haven't put any new funds into any of them. You got a notification we're sponsored by a new exchange. We're trading on it right now. Fairdesk. Links in the video description. Sign up using my link. Check it out. If you're successful on spot without stop losses as you are on leverage, then your conviction for the target is the same. You'll succeed. That Adam, like I get where you're coming from. Like, you have good points, but there's elements there that is not correct. Like, you can't indefinitely hold a leverage position open because you'll have your position You'll have your position, even if you're right, you'll have your position liquidated just by funding. Funding will liquidate your position at some point. Not true with spot. Spot is like set and forget. You're taking the risk to reward on spot of like, oh, you can just go down to whatever, I don't care. But maybe there's this crazy disproportionate upside that I might dip into if I get lucky. If I get lucky. I don't like this. You know, I don't want to stare at this the whole time. Ooh, that's much not where I wanted it. Meh, there we go. Stop moved. It's probably just going to end up getting stopped. I actually want to move that up a little bit. There we go. I don't like where that was. Still don't like where it is. That's okay. Stop moved just so I can do other things other than stare at it. But that position's still open. Still open. There's like, I don't know how you'd bet long here. It's just looking, it's looking heavy. I think that short's in the right direction. It's looking heavy. There's just not a lot of spice right now. Where's the spice? Let's see. Oh yeah, Luna Classic. Let's take a look at Lunacy. Lunacy. Looks like it did something. Wow, how unexciting. How unexciting. It's not exciting at all. Really seeing that 00061 161 support playing out there on those daily closes. Lunacy not looking too bad actually. That's not looking bad at all in the day. That wick is retarded. That wick is insane. Meh, not spicy. What about STX? Broke $1 for the first time. First time since May of 22. And you broke resistance at what, 80, 90 cents? No, 79 cents. You moved to a psychological price point at $1. You got profit takers and sellers there. Where am I going to look? Right back to that previous resistance. Tested as support. If it holds, yay. If it doesn't hold, then, well, probably looking for lower. 50 cent. This is where the prime entry is, I think. If it comes, I think that's prime. It's your 618 retrace. It's your major support. Flipped resistance. You broke it. You blew through some price inefficiency. That would be a very clean technical support to contest. Of course, may never come. But if it does, I'll probably buy STX. Yeah, I have an alert there. Lunacy looking spicy. Yeah, right. That's when you know it's bad. Crypto Poppy laughed too hard. Crazy Fool, check out 200 SMA, any major indices. Sure. Yeah, we do that. I just closed SPX, but let's pull back up. Boom, boom, boom. Yikes. Yikes. 200. Under the 200 after chilling out there. Yikes. It's not great. I mean, 200 did make a higher high. So it is like slowly trending up. Oh, that's the 9. Wow. Totally ignore everything I just said. I thought I had reset that. There we go. There we go. Whew, that is a way different picture. I was like, that 200 day is really moving for a 200 day. Okay. Yeah, no, that's hella spicier. Okay. Right now, right here. It looks like today's candle opened below it. Got bought back up. That's a surprisingly unvolatile candle for opening under the 200 and then retaking it. That's spicy though. Like that is, you're stuck under the 200. You fall from your all-time high. You find sellers. You have a lower high. You do break that high somehow. And you reject off the 200 and you spend the next 81 days underneath it just to reject from it again. Then you spend another 75 days just to tickle it and fall back below. A week later, you do the same and you retake it. Now you're back here. I mean, like, our stop might in hindsight be like just pennies too low, too high. Like, you could see this. Like that, without anything else on the chart, that 200 actually looks very bullish. That's pretty bullish. But the bullishness is invalidated below the 200. Like, trade down below, and it's like, you don't have it. That might be too easy, but that is spicy. Like, you're right there. You spend all this time below it, and you broke it, and you backtested it. Like, that's what I wanted to see on Bitcoin's 200 weekly. I wanted to see a break and a backtest. Didn't get it. Instead, we got something more similar so far to like this, where you reach up to it, you tickle it, you go back down. That's pretty cool though. Some old TA. Phew. Oh, our short. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. And here it comes to get stop lost. Still don't like that 3. Screw it. We'll just take it. If it gets stopped, it gets stopped. It was doing good for like a fleeting moment. Yikes. Well, for people who said I should have reopened it, this is why I didn't. No, I don't want to get. It's like I learned that from League of Legends. When you lose games, you just take a break. You don't queue for a game right again. You're too tilted. And that will be stoppage. Three, 2, 1. It's like $75. Woo! We won a trade, yay! So now we're 1-1, and we were the worst trader ever. Now we're 1-1, even though the loss was way bigger, like 8x bigger. Oh well. What is going on here? I still don't see strength. Still don't see strength, but hey, you hit 23,282, 1, 2, 3 taps. That's not a bad picture. This is where the short should have been taken. Reversing trades never works. That worked. I mean, here we go. There we go. Let's move to the upside. What's the dollar doing? Chilling.
Let's look at that YFI spice, brother.
What's up, CY? Thanks for the 10, man. Wi-Fi. We looked at Wi-Fi. It looks like somehow this chart was open kind of recently. Let's see. Thank you, CY. Thank you for making me feel good. Nice. Nice. This is what we were looking at. A lot has changed. This theoretical long did get stopped out, but it was in the right direction. Looks like the target was right as well. Retesting 10,500 today. Today. That's nice. Yeah, money flow. Oh, buddy. Only issue I see on the day, obviously, is your RSI highs. We're looking at bear div. But you're right there. You're right there. What's interesting is this triangle. We're looking at it this way. And it technically broke by that view. But that was a higher low down here. I'll say that this pattern was broken, even though the low didn't break. But it still played out. That's cool. That's cute. It's like 10.7 monthly resistance. You're just like right there. Right there. Nice inefficiency on a break of that level to like 21. Bullish engulf. Maybe 3 soldiers, but it's way early. Way too early for that. 3 soldier stock. Quarterly on YFI. Really just looking for 8.1 and above. And it's damn fancy. Damn fancy 8.1 and above. Money flow is still a little weird still. It looks like it's rolling over. Doesn't look like the rest of the market. If YFI doesn't do this, which is what we were kind of looking for, potentially returning, painting again that higher low flat top. If it breaks, I mean, upside target, you could target 17.1 and say that's where, you know, you're being conservative. I think 21, 22 up here. I mean, even, that's crazy though. Even the high, 14, even that's a 40% move. Looks strong. Looks strong, but I feel like going long right here is the risky move. I think short's even the less risky move. Back for another higher low. Without the rest of the market breaking. It's like just too much. Ooh, now I kind of want to be. What are you guys feeling? Nice. We're coming up on 2 hours. Well done. Well done. Well done. We've still got 7 something and change viewers. Almost 600 likes. Can we get 690 likes? Can we get 690 likes? We do that right now. There's absolutely 100 people out there who haven't liked. Big Tuna Crypto, man. You're hella bullish. Nice. I'm always bullish. I'm always la bulls. La bulls-ish. Trade's gone. Definitely have rejection potential from 23.3. But you do, I mean, that's a pretty strong low there. The candle closes on the 5-minute actually lower than the lower low. Yeah. What are we seeing? Right. All right. So, I mean, could have kept the stop where it was. I think it still would have gotten stopped though. I think we would have just lost more if we had not moved that stop. But with a higher low 23.2, good news is our other long, which is much less degenerate. It's 1/10 as degenerate. This is only like 20,000, a little bit less. Close. That one's in profit still. Do I feel lucky? Because damn if that's not intimidating. Like, this looks like it wants to break to the upside. But when? It could come all the way back down to the low. It could even go farther down. It could come back to like 22.8. I'm not holding that to 22.8. It's 23.3 coming into play. What's up, Fianta? It's going on market soon. Start at penny. Look at Halo. It's going to the market soon. Who's selling it? Who's selling it? Maybe it's coming to the market. You're saying lower, move the stop to 22,197. Yeah, well, the problem is on that high leverage. I wasn't in it. Might have been, yeah, it was the right play now, I guess, but Art wasn't in it. Draw the down line from the lower high. Draw the down line from the lower high. This? Like that? Or like this? Like that? Which one? Hit the 2 hour mark. Yeah, we're at 2. We're at 2. Views are holding well from 23.1. You mean from the low? This way? I like that. Or, okay, I see what you're saying. I wonder what these look like. Oof. 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 These trend lines right here. Ew. Ew. Oh well. Getting heavy right there again. 23.3. It is the only price we've seen for a week. 23.3. It's like range between 23.5 and 23.1. But spend most of your time at 23.3. I'm bored of 23.3. Too many lines, I know. Here we go. Not as many lines. Less lines. Nice poll results. Dude, isn't this wild? So, for those of you just joining, this poll started... This is, actually, it was... I put it up last night. But in the stream, when we had, like, 400 votes, it was 34... It was 33, 34, 33. And now we've gotten 1,000 more votes. And it's still essentially 33, 33, 33. I've never seen such balanced sentiment. I mean, you guys might be just doing that for the lulz maybe at this point. Like, it's just funny because it is trolling me. But it is never seen that. Never seen us be that split. We're almost always sided one way, like 60-40, one way or the other. Womp. 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 Banging song, Wesley. Yeah, the whole playlist is full of bangers. Full of bangers. Oh, man. All right, fam. All right, fam. Man. All right, fam. We've been live 2 hours. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't liked, make sure you like. We're live here every other day. That might be cranking up a notch to every Monday through Friday. We'll see. It's in the works. We're live here constantly giving you the cutting edge of technical analysis. You can tune in and you can watch me trade almost $250,000 and watch me lose money. Don't make the mistake of losing money yourself. Just watch me do it. It's much easier. Make sure you've jumped into the Discord. Check out our newest sponsor, shoutout, fairdesk.com. Awesome exchange, really solid copy trading platform. I'm trading on there live here today. And we're going to be doing more of that in the future. Bybit and Marketcipher are other sponsors. Also amazing platforms. Highly recommend you check them out. Use any of the links in the video description below to help support the stream for free. I appreciate you guys. Doing that has kept us shill free for 4 years here on YouTube, streaming TA and trading. We have not ever accepted a penny to say anything about any chart or investment or whatever. And that sets us apart from most YouTubers, most streamers. And that's all because you guys support the channel. I dig it. We have the Chirpow FOMC coming up in like 3 weeks here. We'll be live again either tomorrow or Saturday. Not sure which. Probably Saturday. Probably. But this has been a great stream. I lost a bunch of monies. Tune in for the next one when I'll lose even more. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Chart summary, not looking so hot, unfortunately. Not a lot of great time frames looking strong or anything. My tip for the day, guys, watch the dollar. Watch the dollar. The dollar has been on quite a ripper, but the biggest part of it, I'll get rid of these for you so you can see it. Biggest part of it, right there. We identified this, what is like a broadening wedge. Boop, 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 boop. It broke, back tested, and now it's looking to retest 105.26. If it rejects there, things could be okay. However, if it breaks through, watch out for pain in markets. If it breaks through, watch for some pain. We are long of the opinion whenever this bottomed out that it was looking for about 109 and change. I still think it's headed there. And this price action today looks bullish. Heading there is very likely going to cause sell-offs across the board, but I think it will be short-lived. I don't believe 109. I don't think it's going to go past 110 at the most. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. That's my honest opinion from my analysis. Shout out to everybody who subscribed and liked today, whoever chatted in the chat. Captain Gary subscribing at the end. Jeff R subscribing. Love you all, fam. Set your alerts on the dollar. It might be a short day. See you soon. Crown out.